time. Two things that I will do today while waiting for the rest of you to come is that we are back to learning paper two papers. Hello, pillow. Oh my God, just the thought of the word pillow. My goodness, pillow. I want to go home already and sleep. I am extremely sleep deprived, ladies and gentlemen. So, pillow, you are just right on time to remind me of the things that I should prioritize. But first and foremost, we shall learn first, yeah, because I haven't seen you all. I haven't gone live for quite some time. So today, let's learn a P6 paper from Tao Nan 2019. I want to check and see if you still remember the things that I taught you a few weeks back when it comes to grammar or even comprehension close, if we can reach that part, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello. To those of you who just arrived, I'm teacher Mitsuko. Welcome to the live session today. I like the lighting today. It's very nice, huh? Yeah. P5, P6 program, what do you mean? I'm doing the top schools. That's what you mean, right? Yeah. Landscape one. I'm just using a PDF. Yeah. So everyone, while we wait for the rest, Alyssa, is this you, Alyssa? As in you, Alyssa? Welcome back, Alyssa. How are you? Are you fine? Are you well and alive and thriving? Hi, it's been so long, Alyssa. How's some secondary life after this is our mid-year check, Alyssa. Yes, I'm doing so well. I'm happy to hear that. And now the duck is also happy. You see? Where's Yahweh? Yahweh is actually here. He's the one moderating the live session. Hello, Mitch. That's so nice. I used to have friends before who actually shortened my name to Mitch. Remember when you told me 10K followers and you buy me a laptop? Oh my goodness, who said that, Alyssa? I did say that. My goodness. Oh my God. And we are now halfway through 10K. I see him in the reflection of the... Oh, you see him? Yes, he just left. He's going to come back in a few seconds. What? Did I say it? Alyssa, you have to give me proof. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Hello, everyone. And while Alyssa is gonna go and she's gonna dig the proof of me saying that line. I want to share with you something before I start going through the paper, people. I remember very clearly, it was very clear in your head, is it? Very, very clearly. Alyssa, madam. Okay, so I should start saving up now, huh, Alyssa? Is that it? Now, everyone, I'm going through a paper two paper today, but very quickly, give me a few minutes. Because I'm going through a paper two, I would like to talk about something very related to paper two, which is going to be in September for PSLE and around September and October for end-of-year examinations. We are preparing a very special program for all of you, a fully online night classes program, 10 days of it, where you will go through Top Schools English Exam Paper 2 revision with our Writers at Work teachers for 10 days from the comforts of your home, ladies and gentlemen, yeah? So, we are going to run this program. We have a separate set for our primary 5 students, and we have a separate set for our, of course, P6 students who are preparing for PSLE. So we are going to run this from July all the way to September. So you actually have 5 chances because we are running this for 5 different rounds. 10 days, weeknights, okay, online, fully online. Where what's included in this program? Of course, giveaways, non-stop giveaways. Yes, you are definitely receiving a $50 voucher from us if you sign up. Plus, we are giving away a free PSLE model composition ebook in preparation for, of course, because your PSLE paper 1 and paper 2 are gonna be happening at the same day. So of course, gifts and gifts, non-stop giving of gifts. Now, there is a separate set for primary 5 students where we will go through 10 top schools P5 end of year papers from 2024. So very recent papers where the new format have already been adapted, by the way, in this paper, in these sets of papers. And then we also have a different set, of course, for our primary 6 students, 10 days. It's up to you if you want to do it on July or closer to your PSLE paper 2 in September or in August in the middle. You will have 10 days to really go through one paper 2 2024 prelim paper every single day with a teacher who's going to go through the whole paper with you. Yeah. Now, it's a 10 high impact online lesson, separate sets for P5 and P6, 10 weeknights, 1.5 hour per lesson. That's 7:30 all the way to 9 p.m. So it's actually at night. It's lagging a little bit. Thank you for letting me know, Pillow. There's basically... It's okay, So Pillow, it may be, it's either we have a problem or you have a problem. Nonetheless, there's basically very little we both can do about it. It's not like I can ask you, okay, let's change our Wi-Fi connection. But nonetheless, Pillow, don't worry. I'll slightly repeat whatever it is that's really missing. 5 rounds for this top schools English exam paper 2 revision. Of course, the gifts. Hello, Ruru. Welcome back to you. I saw that you actually joined Teacher Jazz Live earlier, and I know that you are Sherlin's friend. I'm waiting for the entire class to manage to join our live session already. Yeah, so if you actually sign up for all 10 days for our top schools 2024 English exam paper 2 revision, you will get 10% discount if you are not a Writers at Work student, and a 30% discount if you're a Writers at Work student, and 2 bonuses that are actually very beautiful. You will receive an annotated answer key, detailed, from PSLE paper 2 2023 and 2024. So it's very nice and beautiful. So come join us. I don't know, I just joined for no reason. Well, welcome to you. I'm not smart. I do think you are smart. Okay. Hey, my phone became small. Hold on. It's me. Okay. Welcome to you. Hope you are having a good time. Yeah, so everyone, do know that we are going through 2024 papers per day in these 10 days of weeknight lessons online. P5 end of year from last year and P6 prelims from last year, Singapore top schools. I'll basically just show you all the schools before I start the paper today, yeah? We'll go through our own Q&A today. So for primary 5, we'll go through end of year. You see the schools here. Just read the schools here on top. And then another 5. There you go. You can take a screenshot also if you want. And then these are for the primary 6. There you go. Primary 6. So it's actually basically 10 schools. 1 per day, 1.5 hours online with a Writers at Work teacher who's going to be there to help you master paper 2. If you're interested, there's a very beautiful QR code there on top of me. Scan the QR code, or you have a WhatsApp number on top as well. Feel free to reach out to us. If you're unsure, you can always DM us, of course. Yeah? So join us, ladies and gentlemen, and experience the beauty of Writers at Work classes, okay? But for now, of course, I want to try and revise with you. Are you all ready to answer my questions? People, I haven't done this for some time, so I miss going through some papers with all of you. Okay, let's start with an easy set, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do grammar, okay? Now, number 1, drop in your answer, type the number. I could not buy what I liked at the book fair as I had blank money left. This is very sad. There's never enough money in the world to buy all the books. Now, I could not buy what I liked at the book fair as I had blank money left. So Pillow says number 2. Yao also says number 2. Aha. So first things first, we are looking at money in this case, right? We are modifying money in our answer. Now, first, my reminder to all my students is to always check the context. Do we need a high amount of money or a low amount of money in this case? I would say from your answer, Pillow and Yao, you are thinking that contextually, we would say that there's a low amount of money in the sentence, okay? Because I could not buy, so that would perhaps mean you don't have enough money. So basically, we can already, for example, cancel some because sum is an unspecified amount, right? So it cannot be. Now, money question for Pillow and Yao. What do you think is money countable or uncountable? While you are thinking about that, less also cannot, because less is when you're comparing. In this case, there is nothing we are comparing here. My handwriting very ugly. I need pressure. Yes, that's why. Okay, without the pressure button option, right, you will all see the monstrosity of my handwriting. Okay. Uncountable, I see. Little. Okay, very good. Ismet is also giving an answer. You also go for number 4. Now, little is not much. It means not much, right? And it's also for uncountable, which money is an uncountable. So very good. It's number 2. Well done. Can I get the bell? Ding, ding, ding. I like to do the bell. Okay. Thank you so much. Number 2, are you all ready? Now, let's see. She felt a surge blank excitement when her team won the match. Okay. A surge blank excitement. So this is a common collocation. When I say collocation, right, that these words go together all the time when you say these words together. Okay, Pillow says 1, Yao says 1. So you're all saying a surge of excitement, a surge of excitement, a surge of happiness, a surge of fear. This is a line that you can actually use for quite a lot of emotions. So take note, you can use this for composition or essay. Okay, Pillow goes for 1, Yao goes for 1. Very good. That is actually an easy one. A surge off. Ladies and gentlemen, the bell is here to formally recognize your greatness. Very good. I'm so sorry if that was too loud. Okay? Good job. Welcome to those of you who just arrived in the live. Please remember to follow us if you have not yet, so we can always be together in the live sessions. Number 3, my brother would not have got up late if he belonged to bed earlier. A very classic and, by the way, commonly tested question. Do you know what type of question this is? Especially if you are revising for PSLE, you should know that this is a commonly tested question. Let me zoom it out a bit because in my phone it does not show all of it. Okay. Pillow goes for 4, Yao goes for 4. Do you have an explanation for me, or are you just guessing? Do you have a specific reason why you're going for number 4? Yes or no? I just want to get an idea because this is a commonly tested question. And once you pin this question type down, you will get it correctly every single time, no matter how many times they change that sentence for you. Just choose what sounds correct. Mitch! Yeah, agrees. Okay, sounds correct. To be fair with you, sounds correct actually works for students who already have a high level of English ability. Sounds correct, however, does not work for students who needs a bit more of work, because normally it sounds correct for them is actually incorrect. Okay, so sounds correct is a point that you have to reach. And at some point, sounds correct actually really works already when you've reached a certain level of English mastery. Yeah. But of course, the way I would always tell my students is to not rely on sounds correct, especially that you're going for national examinations. Okay. So now this is a conditional type of questions. Conditionals have 3 types. Okay. Type 1 is what? Type 1 is if I can, I will. These are the things that are likely to happen. If I can, I will. Those who are always in my live session would know what are the other 2 that I always tell my students to remember. Now, if I could, I would. And because I like to guilt trip my students, I'm going to tell them for number 3, if I had studied, I would have passed. Now, you will notice that for type 1, I ask my students, you can take a screenshot of this. I do ask my students to actually memorize these 3 lines because these are the 3 types of conditional. You will see a pattern that, for example, type 1 uses present tense in the if statement, and then it uses future tense in the second statement, okay? And then type 2 uses past in this if statement, and then uses would in the second statement. And then type 3 uses past perfect, which is the had plus past participle, and uses would have in its second statement. And then so, hello Shania, welcome to you. You're going for number 4 as well. And then you would already know from the question, it says would not have got up late. That means to say you are going for type 3. So that gives you the idea that the if statement has to be had plus past participle. So you're all correct that your answer is number 4. Good job. But when you memorize these patterns, you will always get your conditionals correctly, no matter what conditional type they're testing you. Okay, now let's move on to number 4. None of them answer the question correctly, blank they. Another commonly tested type of question, which is question tag. Okay, give it a try. Type in your answer, please. Let's go. The more complicated the question, the more complicated the answer. Mian Pao, welcome back to you. What a grand entrance. I do agree, Mian Pao. Okay. Although I hope that the more you're exposed to these complicated questions, they are no longer complicated eventually. So Mitch goes for number 1, Pillow 1. Okay, so you're going for did. All of you are going for did. Okay. Now, let's go back to the basics very quickly. I'm just gonna repeat this like a broken record. So you have here the statement and then the question tag, correct? If the statement is positive, the question tag is negative, and vice versa. Okay. Now, in this case, it says I need you to figure out whether it's positive or negative, right? Now, it has the word none, and that makes the statement negative. They didn't answer the question correctly. Hello, Greg. Welcome back to you, Greg. Okay, so none actually made the statement negative. Okay, it's very straightforward. It's very straightforward. Words like none, never, rarely, barely, seldom, all these words makes the statement negative. That's why when you turn them into negative, you add the word not. Okay, so none makes it negative, and answered is in past tense. So this is equals to saying didn't. Okay, because when your verb is an action verb in a question tag question, action verbs will always be do, does, and did. And because answered is in past tense, it's of course didn't. Okay, now the opposite of didn't will be then number 1, did. Okay, are we clear on that, Greg? Yeah. Yes, people of the world. Now, let's move on to number 5. Thank you for liking the live, people. Mrs. Muthu demanded that her son blank her the truth. Lil Brat Ming, you're definitely a Filipino. I am. Huh? No, it's fine. It's totally fine. Hello, my apologies. Yes, no need to apologize, Greg. You didn't do anything wrong. Okay, Pillow goes for number 2. Mrs. Muthu demanded that her son blank her the truth. Okay, I said you're going for towels. Anyone else wants to give this a try? So she demanded that her son what? Brat Mink goes for number 3. Demanded that her son told her the truth. I see. So we have 2 different answers here. Can I get about 1 or 2 more people? The clue. Okay, so now we have 3 different answers. Okay, so thank you for liking the live. So your clues here are demanded her son and this one. I'm underlining these 3 because this question falls under the V and V rule. Okay, verb, noun, verb. When you encounter a verb, noun, verb pattern, the second verb is almost most likely. They always, okay, at least school examinations and PSA like to test base form. Okay. And then although I would say it's base form, it can also be possible to use ing. Okay. So it's especially with perception verbs or there are all other verbs like see, caught, I saw, I saw her, I heard her. So perception verbs, when they are put together in this pattern, like I saw her sing, I caught her eating my cake, okay, or I heard her walking, something like that. So all of the time in a VNV format, it's either you're using the base form meaning no E, no ES, no D, no ED, no ING in the end, which is number 1. Okay. Now, sure, if in a VNV question, it's normally the second verb is base form or ING, how will I know which one to use if both of them are in the options? Normally, they would usually put a clue in the sentence to make it obvious that it's an ongoing action. Yeah. Otherwise, use the base form. All right, people of the world, thank you. Number 6, ladies and gentlemen, Ali, together with the rest of the athletes, blank diligently for the competition since last year. Okay, what do you think is the answer? Oh, this one is easy. Okay. For the competition since last year. This is a very classic subject verb agreement question. Pillow goes for number 3. Relin, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, goes for number 3. Hi Noob goes for number 4. Thank you for sharing the live. Shania goes for 3. Okay. Now, some of you goes for 3, some of you goes for 4. That would mean to say some of you think this is singular, some of you think this is plural. Now, one more thing, a lot of the questions in this paper are actually very much highly tested in PSLE. Look at these commas here. And look at this term together with. Whatever is in between the comma is an extra information. It's an extra information and it's not the main subject. The main subject is Ali. Therefore, Ali is only one person. So we are looking at singular. Okay. So be mindful of double commas, and then in between you have extra information like together with, except for, as well as, those kinds of terms. They lead you towards extra information. They're not the main subject. Okay. And normally they will put 2 commas there to separate it. Okay. Ali is singular. Sure, thank you so much, Greg. I know. Okay, Ali is singular, but keep in mind, there's a lot of grammar questions that are testing you with more than one grammar concept. So it's already testing you with subject-verb agreement. It's also going to test you with tense. This is very classic. And a lot of students fall for this kind of question because like, oh, I know it's singular. And then they choose an answer without reading all the way to the end. And then they fell into the trap of not minding the tense. And then they got it wrongly. Yes. Now, hi, Cher. Who is this person? Hello, Heart. Heart. Welcome to you, Heart. Now, everyone. So it says since last year. That would mean to say it started last year and is still ongoing until the present time. So we are looking for present perfect continuous. So it cannot be number 1. It cannot be number 2. Number 2 is past perfect. So we have 3 and 4. But because we know now that it's singular, the answer, ladies and gentlemen, is number 3. Are we clear on that? Guess who am I? Heart. There's so many people who attend the live session. Are you Iguana? Iguana, or maybe you're Sherlyn. Sherlyn, Iguana, Mariah Carey. I'm not crazy, okay? These are real names of people joining the live session, huh? Yes. Nope. Yeah, I already gave you 3 names. Maybe you're Ozil. Would Ozil use heart? No, maybe not. Or maybe you're Zim Zam Zom. I've already done 3 guesses, huh? I mean, 5 guesses, I would say. Did I not get it correctly? Sherlyn. Or maybe you're Clarissa. Clarissa, Sherlyn. Is that Teacher Yahweh behind? You can see his reflection. Yes. What if it's the girl who went overseas? Was there a girl who went overseas, Mian Bao? Mian Bao, update me on these things, huh? Hey, it's me, Sean. Sean! Hello, Sean. Welcome back to you. I'm so happy that you are here today. Because I've also just gotten back to doing live sessions, Sean, after a couple of days. I saw his reflection. I know, right? Depending on how I move, you will see some glimpses of Teacher Yahweh. Now, everyone, don't get distracted. Let's do number 7. Now, students who have taken part in the art competition blank a certificate at the upcoming assembly. Okay. Blank a certificate at the upcoming assembly, ladies and gentlemen. Number 7. What do you think is the answer? You see, your clue very easy. At the upcoming. It's upcoming, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So, I have here 3 for Sela Torsica. I don't know. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your name. Relin and Greg all goes for number 3. Sean goes for number 2. Mian Bao, it will be easier to focus if there was a jelly cat in the front. For sure. The jelly cat will definitely not distract you. Yes. Now, all of you are going for number 3. You're all correct. Very good. So, sorry. So, we need a future tense, basically, because of the word upcoming. Okay? Now, thank you so much. Number 8, people, please ring the bell. Blank, you need any help. The receptionist told me. This is an easy one. There is one option there that actually functions like the word if. We'll receive versus we'll be receiving. Which one would you choose? It would be receiving as it has to be receiving. You know why? Because it indicates a specific time in the future. That's why we need the ing there. But of course, we'll be receiving and will receive are both pointing towards future tense. That's number 1. Okay. Now, number 8, what is the answer, ladies and gentlemen? Sylvie said should. Greg also goes for number 4. 5 more seconds, please. If you have any answers there. Jess, Shania also goes for number 4. Good job. Now, yes, you are correct. Should, of course, functions like if you want to talk about obligation, requirement, you should do this, you should do that. But at the same time, should can also function like the word if. I'm always here should you need help, or call me should you have any more questions, like that. So it functions like if. Number 9, let's go. That was an easy one. Team Kim, thank you for your answer as well. Let's move on, people. Knowing that her child has the habit of telling lies, blank unacceptable for Mrs. Lee. Knowing that her child has the habit of saying lies, blank unacceptable for Mrs. Lee. A very classic subject verb agreement. Sela goes for number 1. Okay. Who else? Okay. Subject is knowing. 1, I like that we are now coming in with explanations of our answer as well. Hello, Sherlyn. Welcome back to you. How are you? Now, you are correct, Sela. Thank you for actually providing an explanation. Knowing here is the singular subject that we have. That her child has a habit of telling lies is also kind of like a general fact. When you talk about a general fact or state, you use present tense. Very good, people. The answer is indeed number one. Well done. Now, I got 33 upon 40 for English language. Sherlyn, do you mean your composition? It shouldn't be upon 40 anymore, no? Can you explain to me, Sherlyn? That's it's AO3. That's you know, good and bad can be relative. Because it depends on what you're comparing it with. So if I'm scoring 29 every time, 33 will be good. And half of the level failed math. Wow. They gave you a hard set of test questions this time, huh, Sherlyn? It's AO3, that's bad. Sherlyn, what level were you aiming for? What score were you aiming for the what score were you aiming for that test? Wow, 16 upon 32 for math, is it, huh, Sherlyn? People had this is not the time to really go too hard on yourself. It's this is the time to be, harden your hearts, go and face the reasons why you got those mistakes, discover why, and so that you don't repeat them in the examination and leave those scores behind. At the end of the day, what matters is not that grade. It's the one that comes after that, yeah? Okay, I got 16 upon 40 for math. Pillow, I know, same thing, Pillow. I need you to really discover where did all those mistakes go so that you don't repeat the same mistakes, huh, people? Now, number 10, Mary refused. It's time to spiral. Mian Bao, you're not helping. Now, Mary refused to attend the camp. Blank Chloe came along as they had earlier agreed to go together. Shania goes for number 1. We didn't even learn the word problems. Okay, what's your answer, peoples? Okay, Jess also went for number 1. Okay, very good. The word is unless. Good job, people. Good job, good job, good job. Well done. Now, very quickly, before I move on to the next part of this paper, of course, I'm going to be sharing some beautiful things about our upcoming programs for all of you. Now, everyone, this coming July, all the way to September, just before PSLE and end of year examinations, we actually have a very beautiful 10-day online weeknight programs to help you master paper 2 just before the big examinations, okay? This is especially for our primary 5 and primary 6 students, 2 separate sets of classes, of course. We will be going through for 10 days, weeknights at night, 1 hour and a half lessons, 2024 papers online with our writers of work teachers that will go through the paper with you so you master especially the most crucial parts of paper 2. Yeah? So the good thing about this is that, of course, giveaways are everywhere. You're getting a $50 voucher if you sign up for our program. You're getting a free Writers of Work Model Composition ebook that contains over 65 model compositions from primary 1 all the way to secondary. And then finally, you will get discounts if you actually sign up for all 10 lessons. So there's a separate set of lessons for our primary 5 students who will be going through end of year papers from 2024. And then separate lessons for P6 students who will be going through 2024 prelim papers as well. So 10 high impact online lessons, 10 weeknights, 1.5 hours, fully online, everyone. And then you have the guidance of a writers of work teacher as well. The best thing about this is that you actually have 5 rounds to choose from. So we try our best to be as flexible as we can so that we can accommodate to your timing depending on how busy you are. So 5 rounds from July all the way to September. Give us a call if you want to check out the dates for whichever round you want to try and sign up for. Okay? So these are the gifts. If you sign up for all 10 programs, 10-day program, you will actually get a 10% discount if you're not a Writers of Work student and a 30% discount if you are. Plus, you will get a bonus annotated answer key of PSLE 2023 and 2024. Detailed, ladies and gentlemen, detailed. Yeah. So, yeah, Sherlyn, my name become I hate math again. Don't do that, Sherlyn. No. Do not manifest. I need you to really, this is the time when you have to be physically, mentally, socially, and emotionally strong. I need to veer yourself towards it. Whatever you plant in your head. Today is Clarissa's birthday. Oh my goodness. Please send my greetings to Clarissa, ha. Sherlyn, yeah. I hope she's having a good time now. Just to give you all a glimpse of the 10-day program, it's nighttime, so you have the chance to do it. These are the 10 schools that we will be going through for primary 5 students, top schools from Singapore. And then these are the 10 schools we're going through for primary 6 students, prelims from 2024, so very fresh papers. So join us, ladies and gentlemen, to master paper 2. You already know this is almost half of your entire PSLE grade. So it's time to really zoom in on those very crucial parts of paper 2 that you may be still struggling with. And join us for our join us for our top schools English exam paper 2 revision exclusively for primary 5 students. We have a set for you, and for primary 6 students, of course, who are about to face PSLE. Okay, everyone, ready for vocabulary? Let's go. What are the top schools? Sure. I just showed I showed it to you just now. Let me go back to it, very quickly. Correct. So one quick reminder, everyone. The 2023 and 2024 PSLE Paper 2 annotations are bonuses. The 10 top school papers that you're going through with your righteous of word teachers, you will automatically get an annotated version of it with all the answer key and details of how come those are the answers for those questions. Okay, so these are the schools. I'm sure all schools are good schools. I would agree to that. All schools are good schools, more towards their intention. Schools are there to educate. When it comes to are there specialties that some schools do have? Yes, they do. But all schools are good intentionally. Yeah. So for primary 5, these are the first 5 schools. And then these are the next 5 schools. Okay. And then for primary 6, of course, first 5 schools. And then these are the next 5 schools. Okay. So if you really want to take your time, I know some of you are already doing your own revision, right? You're going through past year exam papers on your own. My biggest suggestion for you is be more strategic about it. You have to go beyond just going through papers, because it's important that you know and see the patterns of these questions. And so you also can create a structure on how to deal with these questions every single time you encounter them. At the same time, you have to be smart enough to learn commonly tested questions in synthesis and transformation, even in editing, even in compre-close, even in grammar, right? And finally, knowing the question types you'll be tested with for comprehension open-ended is half the battle won, okay? So if you really want to go in and practice past your papers, at the same time, understand your mistakes, understand why you get things correctly, you're able to repeat success and at the same time not repeat mistakes, come and join us for our online lessons. Now, everyone, let's try to finish the vocabulary questions before we leave the live session, people. Come on. Okay. Now, Jason blank with Keith. Oh, Jason is here today. Unfortunately, Jason is not here. As they could not agree on the theme of their social studies project. I made an edit of her with her unglam. Such a good friend. That's very cute, Sherlyn. I like things like that. It's a very cute gesture. Shania goes for 1. Relin goes for 1. You all okay? Now you are at this this type of question. You're dealing with phrasal verbs, wherein verbs are paired with different prepositions, and when they are paired with different prepositions, they bear a completely different meaning. You all going for number 1. Sherlyn goes for number 3. So you're talking about Jason and Keith, right? They could not agree on something. We're looking for the preposition that actually means people have a disagreement that it leads to a kind of like a damaged relationship, okay? So when things like that happen and the relationship becomes a bit scarred, okay, that means they had a falling out. So the word is fell out. Okay. So when you fall out with someone, that means to say, or you have a disagreement, that actually led to a damaged relationship. Okay. Now, fall back is to, okay, fall back. You know, when the soldiers scream, that basically means to retreat, right? There's too many of them. There's only very few of us. Fall back, like that. The soldiers fell back when they were like outnumbered. Okay, fell apart is to break into pieces. So like literally break into pieces, like literally, but it can also figuratively mean become emotionally distressed. Okay, I'm breaking apart. I cannot do this examination anymore. You know, something like that. Don't break apart, please. Yeah, I need to be strong for your exams. Fell through basically means to fail. It failed or it did not happen. Okay, did not happen as planned. So, it's like our vacation plans fell through because of the bad weather, kind of like that. Okay, so the answer is indeed number 1. Very good. Number 12, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. The student apologized to his teacher for his sudden blank of anger. You wanted 36 upon 40, but how much did you get, Sherlyn? Okay, how much did you get? Pillow goes for number 4. Outburst, number 4 as well. So we're looking for a word that talks about a very sudden expression of a very strong emotion. Like it's sudden and it's a lot. Okay, when you talk about that, and we're talking about anger here, you are indeed correct. It's outburst. Okay, sudden expression of strong emotion. Yeah. So basically, let's say anger, laughter, or frustration. Yeah. So outline is a summary or a structure. So provide me an outline of your story, like that. It's like a summary. Okay. Outflow means movement of something outward. Outcome is result. That one you're familiar with. Okay. Good job, people. The answer is indeed number 4. Outburst. Number 13. Mom will always blank tend to her precious potted plants as gardening is her favorite pastime. You are looking for the right adverb that describes an action of mom. What do you think is the answer? Mom will always vigilantly tend or zealously tend. Is it zealous or zealous? Zealous? No. Zealous. Okay, people, let me correct myself, huh? Zealous. Zealous. Zealous, right? Okay, it's, yeah, correct. Zealously tend to her precious potted plants. Laboriously tend or consistently tend. What do you think is the answer, ladies and gentlemen? So we have consistently, number 4 for Sella, number 3 for pillow. So we have 2 different answers. Shania goes for also number 4. Now, okay, hold on. Do keep in mind that it's her favorite pastime. Okay, so when it's your favorite, you're kind of like, you know, you're passionate about it. When she does it, she's very passionate. Okay, now the answer is not number 4, consistent. When you do something, okay, when you do something consistently, you it's very regularly, right? Now, or without change. Consistently is good in a sense that you always do it, but it doesn't really talk about the passion, you know, the fire inside her that pushes her to do gardening all the time. So it just doesn't have it. So I will not accept consistently because there's actually a better word in the options. Anonymous. I like the name Anonymous. Vigilantly. Okay. So I'm getting there, Anonymous. Don't worry. Now, we also have laboriously. When you do something with so much labor, right? It's requiring a lot of effort. Okay? Requiring a lot of effort. Okay? or hard work, I would say. So suggesting that something, so laboriously doesn't suggest that she loves gardening. If she do something laboriously, it doesn't suggest she loves that thing that she's doing laboriously. It just suggests that what she's doing is hard. That's it. Yeah. It doesn't imply that she likes what she's doing. Okay. Now, we're left with vigilantly and zealously. Okay. Since Anonymous chose vigilantly, when you are being vigilant, you're actually being watchful or cautious. Being watchful or cautious doesn't really talk about her love for what she's doing. It's basically perhaps because she's very anxious over something. So be vigilant when you are on the streets at night, because there may be some people there who are, not up to something good. Okay, so the answer, ladies and gentlemen, is zealously. Because when you do something zealously, you do it with great energy. With great energy, passion, and enthusiasm. So you see, it's the best word to use because you're given a clue here that mother's favorite pastime is gardening. So ladies and gentlemen, the answer is number 2, zealously. Yes. Shania, thank you for reconsidering your answer. Number 14, ladies and gentlemen, Madam Norma is a very blank parent who always gives her only daughter anything she wants, even when it's not good for her. This is not good. How do you describe Madam Norma as a parent if she's the type who actually gives her daughter anything she wants, even if whatever she requests for is really not good for her? What do you call that person? So Sella goes for indulgent. Pillow goes for indulgent as well. Do you have something here, Shania? Shania, do you know who's Shania Twain? I hope you do. She's a very good singer with the name Shania as well. That's why I'm pronouncing it Shania. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Permissive or indulgent. Shania goes for number 1. I see you're all correct. Very good. Something who's very indulgent is lenient, or very lenient and very generous up to a point that even if it's not the best choice for them, they're still gonna give it. Yeah. So you are correct. Very lenient. Okay. Now, pampered. A person who's pampered is someone who's treated extremely with extreme care or attention. But we are looking for a word that describes Madame Norma and not her daughter. Pampered is a word that can best describe her daughter. She's pampered because she's given anything she wants, right? Now, agreeable is someone who agrees or go along with things. Extravagant is being very excessive, right? So the best word is really indulgent. Very good, people. Now, last number, ladies and gentlemen. The students blank uncomfortably during their learning journey under the scorching hot sun. What do you think is the answer? So they were acting specifically because of the hot sun. How do the students look like because of the heat? Everyone. Were they shifting? Were they twisting? Were they twitching? Or were they squirming? Give it a try. Last number of people. Sella goes for squirmed. Pillow, Shania, you have an answer for me. Squirmed as well. 5 more seconds, ladies and gentlemen, while you're all thinking. When you're shifting, you're moving slightly or changing position. So like this, shifting like this, like that, okay? It doesn't necessarily convey restlessness, okay? Twisting is to turn or rotating. Okay, twisting basically, I'm twisting that. You're turning or rotating yourself. You don't do that when you feel heat, okay? You don't suddenly twist yourself. Twitching is a very small and quick involuntary movement. So twitching, perhaps like maybe my mouth is twitching, or sometimes when I'm too stressed, sometimes do you have this feeling? Sometimes your eyelid is twitching when you're stressed, right? That's twitching. This very small movement, but it's like involuntary, usually a muscle or a body part. Now you're all correct. It's squirming, because you're moving. When you squirm, you actually move restlessly. Or in a very uncomfortable way. And the scorching hot sun is making them uncomfortable, ladies and gentlemen. So indeed, the answer is number 4. Very good, people. Well done, well done. I shall continue the rest of the paper when I see you again tomorrow at the same time, people. So I hope to see you, of course. But nonetheless, before I go, please do spread the news to everyone you know who might need this program. We are running a 10-day purely online weeknight lessons paper 2 for primary 5 and primary 6 students. We offer flexibility. We have 5 rounds from July to September. So you get the paper 2 revision you need just before PSLE paper 1 and 2, which is going to be in September, and just before your end of year examinations. For these 10 days, you are going through top school papers from 2024. You will receive annotated answer keys. You will go through the paper with the teacher at night, 1.5 hours. And you will receive bundles, discounts, and gifts if you go for the 10-day bundle. So thank you so much. He is showing himself right now because it's time to say goodbye. You will also see him, you will see him wave. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining our live session today. Have a good night. See you again when we see you. Please remember to follow us if you have not yet. Goodbye.